Oh, bounty hunters, huh? Actually makes it kind of easy for me.
Oh. It's better that.
You gotta make a living.
Well, you guys, you do what you do, but you were never adventurers. So you guys have been traveling, looking for a place for work, and you found yourselves eventually coming to Baldur's Gate. At the same time, some time ago, you found yourselves at Baldur's Gate, just seeking adventure, treasure. Everyone always wants treasure and magic and all that, no matter what class or race you are. That's generally what everybody wants. But you figure Baldur's Gate is a famous city on the Sword Coast. One of the first things you did was find a place to stay, boarding house or whatever. Every city or major city in my games, in my games, we've created what's called a Adventurers Guild. An Adventurers Guild is basically like the Dungeons and Dragons versions of like a Dave and Buster's. So it's like a place to go, hang out. There's games, card games, drinks. You meet up with other adventurers to see what's going on. A place for information too. So if you guys would like to give me we can call it a streetwise check. So, roll your D20, add your streetwise number.
And then add my streetwise.
There's so many.
You
have 11.
14 minus 1. 13. The rock knows the most. Jesus Christ. Not just 20, but your charisma, which is you
rolled a
plus
20?
5.
Yeah.
25.
So that's how we're gonna start this.
Alright, Cindy, alright.
As long as there's someone on the team.
Well, takes away a lot of the role playing on my end now. So if you guys do eventually, like through gaming and card playing, you guys do meet up.
Okay.
Because of right away an amazing role. And you guys see that you have similar interests. You hear that in town, maybe a couple blocks away from where you are, there is a bar. It's called the Rose and Pub. The owner has a infestation problem going on in his cellar. He is looking for new adventurers to come in and help him out with this infestation, and there is a reward. Like I said, you do know the location of it if you guys are willing to go there. It's midday. It's not like it's too late, obviously the place would be open.
You guys want to check it out?
But yeah, you guys are together already.
Yeah, let's go check that out.
Yeah.
Alright.
Go kill some rats.
This is
Center some rats.
I have minus 1, even if it be more ninja. Don't forget, I'm a pile of rocks. I can hear about. I'm here to gather power for the living.
It's funny.
Gate. That's my goal here.
Only becomes humanoid until like attacks stuff. Just the rest of the time.
Alright, so a quick reminder of your characters. Who's actually not from Faerun? Like, who's not born on this planet, we'll say? I think it was...
Do I count as not being born here? Because I think I spawned.
Yeah, I think you were from somewhere other.
Yeah.
You just came here.
Alright, so everyone else knows Faerun, the land of Faerun. You know most of the areas. You know of the spell plague that took place a few hundred years ago.
She's from the Fey realm.
World. Yeah.
Fey world.
Well, Fey realm.
It is a different world.
Yeah.
It's a different, completely, it's like another dimension.
Yep.
So
the
this
two of
might
us-
not be familiar to you either, the whole
Okay.
spell plague. So Spell Plague basically was this a bunch of magic just went wrong and destroyed the planet. Like it left scars, not only on the planet but on survivors that passed it along to their kin. None of you are Spell Plagued, so you don't have to worry about that. But there are areas that are Spell Plagued that could be problematic towards arcane characters, which we have 2 of them. Baldur's Gate is safe. It was not affected by the Spell Plague, so you don't have to worry about any of that now. But the Spell Plague is a big thing in Forgotten Realms, the 4th edition, so throw that out there. You got so now everyone has been updated on that. One of the first things that people always ask is when they meet other people is, have you been Spell Plagued? That's like almost 2 years ago asking, have you had the coronavirus? It's like almost the same thing. So,
Fire entities spawn from another realm, fairies spawn from another realm, literally immortal rock man that leaves only you, man.
Yeah, I'm a tiefling that is born and raised.
Alright, God bless. God bless. Don't need to worry about that then.
That's good.
also, Baldur's Gate is right now is run by the church. High Priest Feanor is in charge of Baldur's Gate across all districts. Finances, everything.
What's his name again?
High Priest Feanor. Faenor. To get an audience with him, very, very difficult.
Okay.
He doesn't really speak to commoners, adventurers. Alright, like I said, a few blocks away. You make your way, you see the sign, you know, traditional sign sticking out from the building. Rosen Pub. You make your way in, it's traditional looking Baldur's Gate like bar, tavern. Being that it's midday, few customers in there right now, eating lunch. You see a bartender.
Can we ask her about this job, this exterminating job?
Yes. The owner has asked any adventurers to completely get rid of a pest problem we have. It pays 100 gold. Once again, out of game. 100 gold's a lot. Especially like right away, 100 gold is a lot. You know, like a gold piece to us in the real world would be equivalent of like a little more than $100.
Oh yeah, because you gave us 100 gold before you bought all that stuff, right?
So like right away, you're like, ooh, I like that.
Why is this rat problem 100 gold?
What was that?
Why is this rat problem 100 gold? 100 gold is so much.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Oh,
and they're
there's a
pretty
lot.
big.
Oh.
Yeah, some of
Big
these rats are like the size of dogs.
Burned out. It's good to know. It's good to know.
We got the perfect person
we
for
haven't really. There's 3 rooms in the cellar. They're in all the rooms. So we have a problem right now getting to some of our supplies, and we think there's other pests down there too, based on certain trails and droppings that we've seen. Also seeing like a lot of slime residue. So we don't know what that's about.
Do we know if that's normal for rats?
No.
That's not.
No, we don't even know if it's on the rats. We don't think it is.
It means there's something else down there. Okay.
There is.
Do
like,
we see? She's telling us about the slime.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So is that worth going for 100 gold if we don't know what's down there?
Out of game, most commoners will never, or I shouldn't say never, but 9 times out of 10 will not know the names of creatures. They're not adventurers. They're not going to know what a goblin is, or a hobgoblin, or a ghost, or You know, they're just
They don't have that knowledge.
Yeah.
It's
Do they know they exist, or
they know they exist.
They just don't
they
know
the
the
outside
specifics.
world has monsters and creatures, but they're not like sitting around the library researching what is what, and one day going to go look at one. You know,
Yeah.
they know the outside world is dangerous. Stay in the cities. That's that. That's their life. When they leave the city, to go somewhere else. They travel in groups, in packs, caravans, stuff like that.
Attack on Titan style?
Yeah. So like, if there is like a creature or monster problem, they stay away from it and look for people like you.
Got it. Okay. All right.
Okay.
You sure you want to do it?
Yeah,
With
Yeah.
the slime thing?
Absolutely.
Yep.
And
There
once
might
again,
be
she
something
says.
powerful down there.
She says the basement is in three rooms, so you're gonna go down into the first room, and there's gonna be 2 other sections, and it's all lit up, candles. You don't have to worry about being in the
Literally
dark.
everyone in this party has a way to create light. Yeah, which is crazy to me.
You can create light.
I have an ability literally called light.
Oh, okay. Cool.
She had fairy fire. That
Yeah,
can create.
fairy fire.
Well, you can ignite something, create like light a
I can-
candle. It's
yes.
like, you can't
I-
create light, but you can.
Well,
Like,
if there's a
create light,
candle,
there's
yeah,
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
This man literally is light. And you got something too, right?
Can I create light?
thought
No,
so.
I have dark. I know I have dark vision
Oh, that's pretty good
from
too.
being a
So
tiefling.
yeah,
Okay.
if you
Well,
have dark
I-
vision, none of that
Yeah.
even matters to you.
I
Then
don't know. I have the green flame blade. I don't know if I could just turn that on to see anything, but I think I'm fine with the dark.
yeah, you can see in the dark.
Yeah.
Dark vision means you see
We're
in the dark.
getting in your way, basically.
The only way you can't see in the dark is if there is like a horrible dark magic going on, or like a shadow curse going on, and it's preventing you to see.
Unnatural darkness.
Yes.
Okay.
But
Yeah, the dark vision.
you'll know when that happens.
So we should never be caught in the dark. Alright.
You are made for nuisance.
What makes them that size of dogs is so crazy.
We got a man who's made of fire and a guy who's made of rocks. We wouldn't care about dog-sized rats.
It's true.
But we here because we have a fairy that is
Yeah,
probably going to
that's-
be eaten by
You
the rats.
fly. Stay near
Yeah,
the
be high.
sky.
Get
Yeah,
high.
be high.
You
Sit on
know,
my shoulder. You know, we're friends.
there shouldn't be anything on the ceiling. You just like sit on his head or something.
Alright,
Yeah, that's what he was just saying.
Yeah.
she brings you on the other side of the bar. She opens up a little passageway. There's a set of stairs to go down
Dungeon.
into the cellar.
Yeah.
Dungeon 1.
Who's going down first?
One of you guys. I'm extremely frail, despite being made of rocks.
Yeah, you go down first, fireman. Just in
Light
case.
the way.
Wait a minute. The logistics of being on fire and walking indoors.
I think it's.
Well, you can say you can turn it off, right?
Yeah, as of right now, you're not on fire.
Yeah.
Until
Yeah,
you say
can
you
turn
are.
that on.
Okay.
You can
They did
flame
say
on.
the basement was already
Flame on?
lit
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
You can flame.
But it's a basement. It's probably not.
It's a
probably
free
made of
action to
rocks.
turn it off.
Yeah, it's probably.
Minor action to turn it on. So you can. I don't know if you walk,
This
right?
is
You have
so
legs.
cool. Look at this. Look at like 1,000.
I don't know
things
if you
in
have
there.
legs or not. I don't know.
Do you have legs? Guy who I'm friends
Apparently he
with.
doesn't have legs. He's just a pile of rocks rolling around.
I'll use this one. Yeah.
These are all really
Alright,
cool.
well, I'm going around there
She
first.
flies. No. Oh,
I'm going down there first.
okay. Where's this lad? Where's he come down? Well, I guess we'll all go down unless something pops up.
Are we all going down?
Yeah.
So
I need to sit on someone's shoulder.
I have
can't.
terrible.
I think I forget, but I think you can occupy the same space because you're
You're
are
tiny.
You small or tiny?
You're tiny, so you can
Tiny.
go stay in people's
It
spaces.
says small. I think fairy was tall. Pixie is tiny, but we can check. We'll check.
Yeah.
Just don't go down next to him. Well, no, he's flamed off. He's
Yeah.
fine. I have terrible perception, so I have 0 perception. So
Oh, really?
that's the thing. I have
who's
0
got
perception, 0 nature.
Yours
one.
is also 0.
Yeah.
I have-
Oh,
That's rough. Perception is maybe the most important.
It's up there. Yeah, it's up there.
That is a rough.
This is one.
That's rough. Okay.
Wisdom
So
3.
you don't
I
see
should
the
have.
bigger
Oh no, I think
Well, you got 1. You got to carry it.
I have 3, but I'm a wizard, so I could not. I'm not eligible to train in it. I believe.
It's this one I'm looking at right now here.
No,
There are
it
things you can
is.
train in,
Oh, so then my
like
perception
later,
is 1.
right? As you level
Yeah.
up.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
you're
That might be
you're
something
like not
that
trained, so you
might
get
have
the-
Yeah, you'll notice that eventually you'll see that your character evolves. You can retrain out of things and stuff like that. So you can really make your character like what you want specifically later.
So
I
there's
know I
Probably
have a
feat
staircase
to
somewhere,
increase
but I can't
perception as
find
well.
it.
But perception is like
Yeah.
everything. You use it
Alright.
constantly.
I can't find my staircase.
That's
Oh.
the thing. So we either gotta roll high.
We
or-
all roll. Unlike like where you might leave, we might leave it to our rogue to just roll high. Like we're all going to have to do a check because our
Yeah.
dice all suck at that.
That's okay. We'll manage.
You could put your characters in the piece that's closest to me. Yes.
So I'll put the back. I'll be in the back.
Nice if I can find that.
You can be-
yes.
You can occupy the same space as me. I'll always be on my shoulder unless otherwise.
I don't know. Do you want us to go on yet?
Anywhere near where you guys are.
Okay. Just
So once again, the room is lit up.
okay. Do we see any rats?
Perception checks.
Perception checks. What is that? 820.
If only I could roll this well in the other group. 16 plus 3.
10.
6 for you.
What did you do? 4 plus 1.
I need
6.
12 or higher.
I got 19.
Oh.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. God bless.
Yes, you hear them. You hear that chattering sound.
But
Where do we
but we
hear
don't
them
see
coming
them.
from? Like, can we perceive where
You
the-
see them, not only where they come from, you see them moving then and about. Behind here, coming in and out of the walls in this area, all this barrels and crates here.
Okay.
You're not sure if they notice you.
Can I? Let's see what I got here. Produce out of nothing a small item that exists or image.
Oh, do we roll
Small
initiative?
image or image that exists until the other turn.
That's coming.
Small. Okay, so I will. Can I use prestidigitation to create range 2? Well, I have this spell, and it requires a roll, right? So, or it doesn't require a roll,
No,
so it
it
doesn't.
doesn't.
Shoot. Okay, that's fine. So can I move up behind here, over
Mhm.
here? That's okay?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I would like to.
Table, no, like about this size.
Okay, so in front of the table over here, I'd like to use my prestidigitation to create a temporary image of some food, maybe a small piece of meat and cheese,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll just kind of stay behind this table but produce that image over there.
All right. It happens.
Okay.
Big piece of gorgonzola appears. Roll me a wisdom check.
13 plus 3, 16.
You start hearing a lot of squeaky sounds.
This is the coolest thing. It's like, you do whatever you want, that's so cool.
I have them on these little pieces
The
that
range
represent
is kind of
what the number they are for
So
me.
the ones that I'm going to be using.
You see this one coming out from over here.
This one as well. And you're gonna have to remind people and yourself that within a range of 5 squares is that passive. So you're gonna try to be within range 5, probably very specifically,
Yeah.
because the rats probably
At will
won't be
powers.
ranged.
That means I can just use them.
You never run out. You guys
Each.
can always use at wills. They never run out.
Okay.
The red cards are once per encounter. This is an encounter.
Right.
The daily is once a day in
Right.
the game, not real life a day.
Yeah.
Game day.
Yeah. And it lasts. Well, it would only last. This one will only last if I do it to the
So it's
specific
kind of like,
person
if you get targeted and you get too close
I
to
guess.
comfort,
in a
use
fight.
that.
Mhm.
Not use that and the slot. So
That's
you
good
get
to
move in whichever
I
way
won't
you
just
want.
use the red one
Forward,
immediately.
back.
Those two over here.
Okay, lots of rats. Well, yeah, the cheese.
Very good.
And there's 2 more rooms, right?
Yes.
There's so many rats.
Do we see
Oh yeah.
with
They're-
our perception? Do we see
you see
the
them now.
slime or whatever that there?
Right now, the slime is not noticeable.
Okay.
But you see all these rats come out. Some of them are going to the cheese. Some of them spot you guys and they're coming to you. Alright, before we do initiative checks, I'm going to do this in order of from defenders on. So, Lados, what is your initiative modifier, which is going to be the number. Here.
Is it 11?
Let me see this. Oh, you put okay. I see what you did. You put this number. It's the 0.
It's 0?
Yeah, it's the modifier
I'll
number.
put it here.
Yeah, so you don't. It's not 11. It's not the actual
Okay.
number. It's the modifier number.
Okay. Alright.
So you don't have a modifier yet.
Zero.
Your armor class is 19.
Yes.
And what's your health?
My health is 28.
Right on the nose. Alright, you can give me a your initiative roll. So it's just a straight D20 roll.
What's this one? Oh my gosh, 4.
Ooh.
Did you give him your initiative modifier?
You get to 0.
Okay.
Alright. Nilis. Am I saying that right?
Nilis.
Nilis. What is your modifier? It's gonna be in the top left.
2.
Alright. You can give me a D20 roll. So you're just gonna say the number. I have the 2 already in there.
Okay. Wait, was that a 19 or a 16? That's a 19. 19 plus 2.
That's good.
Alright. What your armor class is also a 19.
19, yes.
What's your health?
30, 30.
Ooh. That's high. For the start, that's high. That's paladin high. Alright. Autumn.
I have an initiative of 0, and I have 24 max health.
Alright, what you can roll.
4.
What is your armor class?
14. I made paper. I made of rocks, but I'm also made of paper.
Alright. Lily, what
It's not-
is
it's not
your
good.
modifier?
It's very not good.
For initiative, 2.
Alright, you can roll.
Nine.
9.
Armor class and health.
15 and then 28.
14?
15.
15. Right. Okay, so yeah, you brought the cheese out. You see all these rats start coming out of all the holes in the walls, underneath the tables, the shelves. It's always the last one you look at. They can go under the table, so the table does not. This one seems to be coming at you guys. Number 6.
Number 6.
I'm gonna do a double movement. I'm gonna go to Tiefling. Alright, so since I did a double movement, I can't attack.
Right.
Nilis, get to go first.
Okay.
That's what happens when you roll 19.
You can move 5 spaces, right?
So basically, your turn consists of a move action, a minor action, and a standard action. Your standard action is your attacking.
Okay. I'm gonna move.
In the movie?
Yes, please.
Where you
And there's also such thing in this game is called a monster lore. You roll a lore on what you see to see if you know what it is. And the higher the roll, the more information I give you on what it is. You know they're rats. Then the more common it is in the game,
you just automatically.
you would automatically know. Like, you're not going to roll on humans and elves and dwarves and all that. You'll know. You could still roll on it, and I can still give you more information. Like in this case, you know it's a rat, but you can still roll, and I can still give you more information on it.
Is the making that roll free? Is that free?
Yeah, it's a no action.
Okay, why not?
Yeah.
Now, what do you roll?
A d20, and this will be what's called a nature roll. So it's like a skill check. You give me your nature.
3. 5.
What's the total?
8.
So the minimum to get any information. Yeah. So you still know they're rats.
Oh, yeah.
They're giant rats.
Do we only do the check on our turn? We do
yes.
it on anybody's turn.
It's on your turn unless it's outside of combat.
Okay.
Got it.
And sometimes I just won't let you based on the situation you're in.
Question: how high are the ceilings?
That's a good
About
question.
10 feet. And you're in the you're kind of like in the earth a little bit. You know, it's not like it's a fully developed basement. You know, there is floors, but the walls are kind of like half dirt, half built.
Don't
You
bring
see
it
like
down.
wood beams holding the ceiling up here and there.
Yeah, don't bring it down. Alright, where do you want to move?
2, 3. 3 spaces up, 1 space to the right.
All right.
So,
Now, if
here?
you stay there, because I didn't teach you guys this yet, there's a thing in 4th. I don't know if it's in 5th edition. I think it is. It's called what's an opportunity attack by the enemy.
Yeah.
If
When
you
move away from them.
Yeah. If you
Yeah.
leave a square that's adjacent. So where you are right now is fine, but if you were to go another one, you left that square adjacent to that, and you would have an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
So you're fine staying right there, or if you went like from here to here or whatever, you know you would get an opportunity attack. At this point in the game, I'm going to be helping you for a while on that.
Okay.
So if I see that you did it, I might even say, no, you didn't do that, back up the square, because you're getting an opportunity attack. Eventually, I won't be helping you guys with that. You'll be on your own the further you go in the game with certain things.
Okay.
Sometimes it is worth it though to like give them that chance if the positioning is advantageous.
Right.
All right. Question: if I were to flame on right now, would I hit rat number 2?
Would you hit me?
I think...
Oh yeah, he's right there.
There. Oh.
I believe,
Yeah.
I believe the way the power works is at the
Wait.
start of the creature's turn.
I
When
can
it
move-
starts its turn.
I can move 5 blocks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're here though.
Move me over 1.
That's
toward
an
you.
opportunity attack though, right?
Well, you start your movement over.
You're here. So you can go here and you can go diagonal.
Yeah, you can move diagonal. Does not affect the number of movement.
I'm gonna help you out.
Go there.
There.
That's where you want to go.
All right. Going to flame on.
Right. That's your minor. And once again, I believe the way it works is at the start of the creature's turn.
Oh,
if
so
he
before you
starts
move.
next to it.
Do you remember what it's
Oh.
called?
If that rat, when he starts his turn, is there next to you, that's when he takes the fire damage. He doesn't
Okay.
take it now. Because
Okay.
that what you did is not an attack.
Right. Sure.
So
Okay.
you are burning them.
Okay.
It's like a custom aura you have that has to start its turn there. So that's something you can think about. When you finish a turn, that you know, no matter what, it's going to take damage if they start their turn next to you.
Okay. And so I can.
Now, also, you didn't do a full movement in 4th edition. Since you have a 5 movement, whether it doesn't matter if you did 1 or 4, you stopped your movement. You cannot continue your movement again. You could take a second movement but then you can't do a standard action. So right now you did a minor and a movement. So you're only left with your attack now. It's going to be a little confusing, but you get used to it. Especially from what I heard from you guys, you want to do a full campaign. By the time you guys get to like level 3, level 4, the basics, you're going to nail it. You're just going to always be learning the new powers at every level you go up and stuff like that.
Do you remember what this is called?
What do you mean?
Your class feat? Or your race feature? The flame thing. You know what it's called?
Oh, Firecrafter.
Okay.
And my bracelet feature is Firesoul.
Yeah, so you can fire pulse, I think, against me
Yes.
when I attack or something like that. Yeah. There's a more common pick of the 5. That's like the only one that attacks.
Alright, so I still have an attack or like a standard action.
Yeah, once again, I'm going to help you. At this point, stick with the at-wills right now. Don't go for the big one. You don't know where their strengths lie or how much health they have or anything, so you don't really want to waste something that's big in case it's not necessary. So stick with the greens.
Okay.
Oh, still yeah.
I'm gonna go with Sure Strike against Rat 2. And I think I need... What does 2W at 21st level?
When you get to 21st level, it'll do 2 weapon damage.
Okay, so alright.
Yeah, that's way down the line.
Okay. Alright, so Sure Strike hits 1 weapon damage.
Yeah. All right. So it should say strength +2, right? On the attack.
Yes.
All right. So you do your plus to hit is, which I think is 6 or 7. It's on your paper. On the right middle, where it says attack workspace. Plus to hit.
Attack workspace 7.
All right. So it's 7 plus the 2. So you're gonna roll a d20, and then you're gonna add 9.
18. Well, 9 plus another 9.
18. All right. So what kind of weapon you have?
Scimitar.
Alright, so yeah, so you just look at this thing like, it's a dog! And you just, and you cut the rat in half and it's dead.
Okay.
So that just taught you something right away.
They can squishy.
These giant rats are called minions. Minions means it has 1 health. That's it.
Oh.
So from this point forward, when you fight a minion and you kill a minion, you don't even have to roll damage. You hit it, it's dead.
Okay. Okay.
So right away you got a hit and a kill on the board. So I don't know if you guys have looked at how the Discord is that I have running. I have a chart that I mark everything you do. This goes on like a chart on Discord and shows like a leaderboard of everyone's hits of all my groups and everything. Obviously you guys are going to be in the bottom for a while because you're just starting out. And it goes by seasons. The end of the season will be like roughly November, December. And at that point I have a tournament. And anyone's invited to the tournament. And based on how many kills and hits and is kind of like your ranking into the tournament and how many pluses and bonuses you'll have and stuff like that. So it's your choice to show up if you want to. There's in-game rewards. So that would be your turn. As a fighter, you can mark any creature you engage, and you killed it. So you cannot mark it, which is completely fine. You killed it.
I don't think I need to mark a rat with 1 HP.
Alright.
Is it anything he engages with?
It has to be some creature he engages.
So
Whether he hits it or not, he can mark it.
And engaging just means being within adjacent to it,
No,
as
it has,
well
to be,
as
it has to be attacking.
Is marking for like tracking purposes?
So when you mark it, if it doesn't attack you, not only will it get a -2 to its attack, but if you're adjacent to it, you get to do a free attack. It's not even on your turn and you get to do it. So from beneath Well, between these two here,
Oh
you see a
my God.
bunch of rats together coming out like a swarm.
Rat King.
Oh.
The rat swarm.
I'm gonna leave that there.
Gross. Gross.
Are they just as big as a swarm?
They're a little smaller, but
Baby rats.
They're-
Baby
there's
a lot.
probably like somewhere between 30 and 40 of them in there.
Okay.
Ugh.
I'm gonna say this one's busy eating.
Burn it. Burn it.
Like,
Well, he wouldn't be eating because
it thinks it's eating.
right,
Oh.
because produce a small item or image. Okay, so it does exist. Okay, so I guess I just produced cheese.
These
For
are
me.
pictures that'll be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that like a... That's just a regular spell?
Yeah, check it out. This thing's awesome.
Yeah.
Does it-
During his apprenticeship, and when he was a little small wizard growing up, he was learning these things.
Okay.
It's so
a
much
coin
creativity.
invisible.
Finally comes in handy.
There's a lot of stuff. So this is super cool.
So you could just get us a cake.
Well, I don't need to eat, so like
I mean, for us,
I've
you know,
heard of
we
cheese.
celebrate.
We don't have to worry about starving.
Well, I don't know how much you can make. Well, it's at will.
You'll never have to worry about starving. You'll find like food and rations. And,
can.
Well, everyone should have 10 rations with them already.
Yeah.
with
Oh,
their
yeah.
back.
and you guys can have mine if you run out, because you know
Alright, so
You
one of
don't-
these
you don't
rats
need
you
you just
lesser
just
things.
bought it.
goes to
Yeah.
It came with the rest of the stuff.
goes
Yeah.
to you. Go right where you killed one. It kind of like walks on top of it, and it's gonna start attempting to bite your leg.
Oh, there's 4.
Where does rat come from?
22 on armor class. And I think yours is 19, so that would be a hit. So it gives you a little bite in your leg. Looks a little 2 puncture holes in there. You're gonna take 3 damage.
Okay. Where do I mark that?
Yes, that's right. I didn't. So basically, we have these separate sheets that you can use so you don't have to keep on erasing. But wherever you want, you can just on a notepad or whatever. You can. You don't have to necessarily do it on that piece of paper. Lily.
Alright, I'm down to think.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Still got more.
30. Now these minions, usually minions have set damage. I don't have to roll. It's just gonna always be 3 damage
Okay.
for at least those.
Right. The rat bit a piece of fire.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Well, okay.
How come he didn't take damage?
You might ask, is it the start when it enters
Do you
your
have-
radius? Is it at the end of their turn?
When do they take damage from the fire?
At the start of it.
Okay.
So they would
they're
have to
1 HP,
start.
right?
They have to start their
they
turn
would
next to you,
die.
though.
So he bit my leg, right?
Yes. All right. So basically, how it works is there's 3
He
phases.
didn't start next to you.
Yeah, we need
Start
to
your
start
turn.
his turn next to you.
Your turn and end of the turn. The start of your turn is basically when you take like ongoing damage, or you can regenerate health. Once I start moving or doing any other action, that is now the middle of your turn. So literally, the start of your turn is before I do anything.
Okay.
So the start of his turn is before he would move. Once I started moving, he's not in the start of his turn anymore.
Okay.
Got it. Yeah, I think I have. I don't know. I have an ability that's if an enemy hits me, they take damage. Is the racial powers like is that ongoing or is that like once
It depends on the power. Which one are we talking about?
an infernal wrath?
Well, that's a Tiefling. Let me look that one up.
I'm gonna do this one instead.
I have the thing right here, but I don't know if
I didn't realize
This is
that
all
spells
you
for
need.
like 20 squares.
You're the first person in any of my groups to ever pick a Tiefling. So, which means you're original.
I figured tieflings were
Tieflings are
pretty
cool.
common.
Tieflings are cool.
Elves and half orc and half elves are like the more
Half orc, really?
or more commons are. Internal wrath, minor action. So you have to actually do the action which is on your turn. You can channel your fury to gain a +1 power bonus to your next attack roll against an enemy that you hit since your last turn. Alright, so it has to be somebody you already hit. So to the giant rats, it's not going to be applicable because you're going to kill them.
Okay.
If the attack hits
I
and
must
deals...
have a different power here.
Yeah, here, this is... See how... the differences are. Alright, yeah. It's your turn.
Oh yeah, what is this thing?
So I wanted to use the vicious mockery.
Mm-hmm.
Am I able to use that on the rat?
It's a range, right?
It says you unleash a string of insults laced with subtle enchantments at a creature you can see within range. Yes. So that the target can hear you, though it doesn't need to understand you. It must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, range 10. Alright, I would say... You can see that one, you can see that one. See... those two. I would say those 4 are targetable.
How does her flight move? Like, how does her move action work with flight? Like, if she
Alright.
wants to go,
You
let's say
ha-
there's a 10-foot ceiling to avoid, assumedly.
Well, it depends on the height, first off. What's your size? Like you're like barely a foot tall being a fairy, right?
I think
have
she's
that,
like
yeah.
3 to 4 feet tall,
Yeah.
if I recall correctly. From
Fairies?
The book. Yeah.
I think you could be a lot less than that. Where's that book? Where your elbow's on?
I think you're basing it off of Pixie.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
because fairies are not in the game.
No.
It's a pixie. And it's better to be that small if you're going to play the character.
Oh, there is a. Wait, is this?
I think you could be like under a foot.
Oh, this is a homebrew page.
This is crazy. Average height, 0.6 inches to 1 foot. Average weight, 1 to 4 pounds. It's
Alright,
great.
so we're gonna say I'm a foot tall.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
That's
be
lovely.
4 pounds.
That's lovely.
Is that what you
4
want me to go?
pounds.
Yeah.
Just here in the.
Well, I have a fairy bard in another game, and she's walking around with a longbow.
That doesn't make sense.
So it's not said in the game, but what I did was, if people that make weapons, whether they're magical or not, wherever you go to get them, I would say there definitely has to be some sort of customization of how they are in size too, based on the character.
Right.
So I would say, all right, you have a longbow, but it's meant for someone your size. Has to be. There's no way
Yeah.
this is walking around with this kind of weapon. There's no
Magic. Just
All right. So you have an ability where you can hover. Most of the time when creatures fly, if you don't say I'm landing at the end of your turn, not your movement, your turn, you fall. But you have an ability called hover. So as long as every turn you say you're hovering, you can stay in air. You never have to land. So that gives you an advantage of not getting hit by certain creatures. So if you're always hovering, you know these rats are never touching you.
How high off the ground is hovering? Considered
It has to be at least 1 foot.
at least.
At
but she
least
can
1 foot.
choose?
Yeah, 1 foot all the way to where you're not hitting the ceiling.
And is that like a? Does she? Is it like? Does she something she needs to sustain with like a?
You don't have to sustain it. You just say you're hovering.
Right?
And you're just flying around.
That is.
Now,
Pretty
like I
good.
said,
Yeah,
these
it
are
is.
rats. Even though they're giant, they're no more than that tall. They can't touch you. But if there was a human, they can, with a sword, they can swipe at
Yeah.
you. So if you're hovering at least more than a couple feet right now, you're not getting touched.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, just communicate that.
And I'm assuming she can hover
Ceiling is-
over tables and
The ceiling's
certain
10
things.
feet high. Each
Yeah.
square is 5 feet. So if you hover 10 feet, I'm assuming that's 2 squares of your movement, and you have 5 flight.
And it costs no movement to go up and down when you're flying.
I tried to play by
sick.
the rules, but
No,
That's
there is no movement
so
going up and
just
down.
communicate what you want. All
Same thing for swimming. No movement
Okay.
going up and down.
okay. Can I go in the water? Can you? You turn it off.
Yeah.
It might take damage every turn. I don't know.
Well,
So if he turns off his flame on.
Yeah, like can
Could he go
my
into the
character
water?
go in the water?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a passage somewhere in the first handbook that says that in this game, if it's magical, which you are, there is no effect when you use like an ice power in like a volcano room or something. Like the ice power will still work. There's no effect to like the volcano's
Are you
power.
telling me I could still flame on underwater?
You are magic.
That's crazy.
You
Yeah.
are the magic of the world.
It's because you are doing it magically.
Okay.
Even though you're a martial character,
That's
you're
not a
doing
natural.
that magically.
That's not a natural fire.
No, it's not. It's a magical fire.
Okay.
If you were natural, are Genasis naturally on fire,
They're
or is it still magic?
They are humanoid, but the power, the Genasi
they're-
is not magical, but the power it has is magical.
Okay.
Because you chose a power from the elemental chaos, which is
No,
magical.
I'm talking about Genasis in general.
No, they're just humanoids. Regular humanoids.
So their elementals natural.
Yes, but then whatever you do after that,
Yeah.
whatever you're placing there. That's why I said 4th edition, you can get very custom. The
So
amount of
it's good for
choices are
you.
nuts.
Boil some water. And
Yeah,
get-
like that
get
might
the
happen.
feet.
If you're like in a small amount of water, you might actually start boiling.
Okay.
And you'll just be sitting there like, I'm in a hot tub. Like that's simple. I'm in a hot tub now.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Words.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's your
No,
turn.
Okay. I didn't want to interrupt. So I want to hover. Well, we said that the ceiling was 10 feet, right?
So,
I want to hover 10 feet up by the ceiling and move to this square. And I'm still hovering.
whoa.
Oh!
Oh wow. Props. Oh, so that means that somebody could be
You're making me
under.
fall. I'm still hovering.
Oh, I'm not good at like these little things. Alright.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
So if somebody wanted to move into that space, we would just
Yes.
be under her.
Yeah.
Well, she's tiny, so even if she was on the ground,
Oh, that's
you
true.
can
She'd
occupy
just
the
be
same space.
on our foot or something.
Yeah. She can.
Between
Yeah.
She
your
can even be
legs.
like on
Yeah,
your
on your
shoulders if you
shoulder.
choose to. You-
Yeah.
Cool. Alright.
Um,
That's good to
Now that I'm hovering and I have more range, I'm
And
going to use the
you're
vicious-
you're higher than 5. You said. Where are you?
10 feet.
10 feet.
So your fire is not affecting her.
Good call.
Yeah.
Oh,
Attention
Yeah,
is
they
easy.
didn't even think about
yeah.
that.
Yeah, if
Oh,
you
I
didn't,
forgot that.
if you didn't say that, I would have helped you at this point. That you
Yeah.
would go higher.
Okay.
'Cause
Yeah.
this is something you can visually see.
I want to use my vicious mockery and whatever is in range, and I say to
You
the
have to pick one.
what?
You have to pick.
Oh, I
at
have to
this
pick
point,
one.
Mockery is
Yeah.
a single target, so
You have to pick
one
a target.
within 10 squares. So he told you that the green rats have 1 hit point,
Mhm.
Yep.
but you don't know about the black one.
And is the black one in range?
No.
Yes.
Oh, of you, yes.
Yeah.
Of your ability, yeah. I'm just giving you information. I'm not
I
telling
know. I know you're not telling me what to do. Thank you. Relax.
I guess that'll be my last picture. I'll send you floating. I usually take 3 pictures of every battle.
So, do you guys want me to go with the one that's like number 4, or do you want me to do the 2? What
So-
do you think? would be-
It's always good also to take out something that hasn't gone yet.
So number 4 bit him already.
Okay.
There's ample opportunity to get rid of that, and you don't need to do that right now. But only this one, and this one have taken their turns. All of the rest of them may
Okay.
still proceed after you to attack somebody. So
Well,
it
she's
would
figuring
befit you
it
to
out.
kill 3 or 8,
Because when I
because
was
those
doing it,
are
Sorry, you can-
likely
this
to
is
be
the-
in range
this
to
is the
attack somebody
ability
and
that-
have yet to go. Does that make sense?
That's the
Yes.
guy gave me.
Okay.
So
This
I'm
is
gonna do
from-
the vicious
this is a
mockery on
Tiefling
3.
Well,
That's
what do you say
different
to
than
him?
this.
Right.
So I don't even
It's
know.
just
You want me
like
to get this one?
How much different? So
This
damage
is
is
different. Well, this is a free action that if they hit me, an enemy within 10 squares of you hits you, and then I do a burst of 10. Out.
That's a free action. You know what? Whatever one you want to do. Because it's almost the same thing. One's a free, one's a minor. Whatever one you want to do.
Okay, I'll do this. Because it's already.
That's a 5th edition one.
Oh, okay.
That's probably what it is.
Ah.
Which I allow a lot of 5th edition things in my game.
Okay.
If you want to take that one, take that one.
Yeah, but this is a burst of 10, so if I did that, everybody.
What are you trying to do?
No,
It's
I
probably
was-
one creature.
No, we were just talking about my racial power, about which thing I have. I have like a burst 10 if somebody hits me or something like that. attack.
Yeah, we'll say it's the
But
one that's attacking.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll say the one that's attacking
But
takes it.
I'm not gonna use it if other people are near me because
Yeah.
that's gonna hurt you guys.
I'm gonna do vicious mockery on number 3, and I'm gonna call.
You do this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wouldn't hurt anybody. We're not within 10 feet of you.
What is a foot? Isn't that 10 squares?
Each square is 5 feet, I think. So
Oh.
2 squares.
Okay.
What, you think it'll blow up the room?
No, because he was showing me a different tiefling racial power from this book than I had when I picked it out.
I
So,
would try to take the one from the book that he has, probably.
Yeah, I say whatever everyone wants to do. It seems that you've already been looking at that one. You kind of know it a little bit. So, but like I said, I'll just say it's a close burst 10. But you can pick. We'll pick one creature in the burst 10.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that works.
All right, so you're going after number 3.
Yep.
Roll a d20. I believe it was against Will.
Where's that one? Oh, 15.
That's your will.
Yeah.
That's so it's that's he's doing the calculation, but
Yeah, would you
I think you get a bonus for something.
I rolled a 9.
plus your attack?
The wand. So is this +7?
That's the dagger.
Oh, okay.
My
the
wand is
+4.
+4.
So 13 on Will. Hits it.
Nice.
This is number 3.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what kind of attack that is.
Psychic.
You see its head explode.
What did you say to him? Oh my god.
Oh yeah, it's
I
vicious
said he
mockery,
was-
right?
Yeah, it said you're ugly, fat, and I wanted him to explode, which he did.
Yeah, like you see its little rat arms attempt to like grab its head. And you start seeing blood coming out of its ears and just.
Okay. Ugly, fat rat dog.
Jeez.
Brain explodes.
Yeah, the defenders saw that and they're like, just happened. There was a rat there. You did a movement. Did you do a minor?
Do you need to?
Oh, yeah.
There's another two.
Oh yeah, that would help you. Because I don't know what your minor abilities are, but you might be able to just choose a minor action to do. So that's these. If you had potions, if you had things you had to reload, if you want to move up, I mean, there's
Also, to let you know, a round in this game is just 6 seconds. So battle time is like in game is like that.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
like, and everything is supposed to all happen at once. But like 2 seconds total. Since initiative probably passed.
Yeah.
So battle
Technically,
times.
we're all moving at
Yeah.
the same time.
So battle times go by really quick. Not like usually battle is like 20 seconds long, 20, 30 seconds long. It's not long. So like, it's something. Usually I have someone keep track of time because at the end of every encounter you want to take a short rest. Short rests allow you to take all your healing surges to regain your health. A long rest is something you do at night, but you have to be awake for 12 hours in game
get a long
to do a long rest. And
Okay.
after the long rest, you get your encounter power, your daily powers back. A short rest, you get your encounters powers back.
Cool.
I can also do the no action, right? Can I
that's like if you want to
Oh.
just move your turn lower and forward at the start.
This is cool.
You don't have to.
Let me use this.
Wait, if we move the rats?
Well, if they have, I don't know.
They maybe swallowed the gold coin.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do.
So then you don't have to. So you just say pass.
I can use this
I'm gonna
attack
pass
on
on the
somebody, and
action.
then I deal fire damage.
So later on, you might get some
To
abilities, and you may
all
have them
enemies
on the
adjacent
check
to
to the cards, but see how this is standard.
So I hit one, and there's an enemy
Yeah.
adjacent
This is
to it.
minor.
I can
So I can use to fire that. I'm going to try to see what I can do with that and see how that works.
You're getting bit at.
You biting me?
They smell blood on them. Maybe they're attracted to that fire.
You have fire blood. Magma just seeping from
Yeah.
your ankle.
It right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Again?
But it's 14 on armor class, so it couldn't penetrate your armor.
Yes.
Your teeth start.
I tried.
Like, this kind of tastes smoky. I don't know if I. like that.
It's weird texture.
All I know is from this point on, anything that bites me dies.
This one, as it's making its way here, it's like looking up at the bar.
So it's focused on.
Well, the position where he is just like they're all just surrounding him. Most of the time, whether it's an unintelligent or an intelligent creature, they're always going to go to its nearest target. There's certain, like if I do an encounter that's pre-built, which I'm not doing right now, I'm going homebrew right now, but I will go based on what the tactics say. So if there's a monster in there that specifically doesn't like something, so say if there was like a mage or a wizard or someone in here, most likely the tactics will say, kill him. Because he's smart enough to know he's a wizard and he's an amazing, huge threat. Wizards are always the biggest threat. Because they can stay in the back and just do range stuff and never get touched. But these are rats, they're just gonna go to the closest thing that's causing trouble right now. Which is you. But this is your job, to just sit there and take it right now. And you know they're not gonna cause much damage, and this one got to you and forgot what it's doing, basically. Like, it doesn't even know why it's there right now.
It's funny.
That's running out of space.
Oh yeah, they can climb on tables.
They can go underneath it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're considered rats. They're giant rats, but they're small creatures still, so they can make their way
Small
around
dog.
things. Yeah. They're like a bunch of Totos from The Wizard of Oz.
Okay, I was thinking like a Rottweiler. The rat. I was
If that was that big, we'll have
Nikki
problems.
size.
Yeah, Nikki's
Yeah,
like a
this one forgot what it's doing too.
That's crazy. See, like a moth to the flame.
Did I forget to put one here, or is that one already dead? I'm looking for number
You
2.
killed
Oh my god,
two.
they're like
Number 2's
surrounding
dead?
us.
Okay.
You killed 2 already.
Number 2 is the swarm.
Yeah,
No. No,
There's a
I'm
2
looking
rat.
for rat number 2, a green number 2.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I think
we
we
killed
killed
it.
it.
Okay.
I think that was
That's why I have those
He got
numbers there.
cleaved.
yeah.
And I'm going to keep that one there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there's 2 of them.
Another rat king.
Jeez.
Another swarm of rats. Big pile of them.
It's terrifying.
What's the keyword for... What's the difference between all enemies and all anythings?
Well, it's either going to be enemies or creatures.
Enemies are creatures. Okay.
Yeah, so creatures means everything.
Yeah.
You guys are creatures too.
Yes.
Enemies are your enemies, not you. Lados?
Yes. My turn?
Yep.
Alright, well, he's right in front of me, so I'm just gonna... Is this rat next to this one, or is it a square?
There's a
Oh, wait.
square.
There's a square part?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna use green. You said if I attack, I can't move after?
If you do 2 movements, 2 full movements, you
Okay,
can't.
yeah,
Yeah, so you can still
I'm
move
gonna
after
do
you attack.
green flame blade, which is my intelligence versus AC.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about what ability you're using, because it's just your attacking ability.
Okay.
Just always look at what your plus to hit is. That's all.
My plus to hit.
Yeah, you're always going to be intelligence. Your attacking
Oh,
is
so
always
plus
intelligence.
4, right?
No, you're not looking at there. You're
I'm
looking
here. Yeah. Oh, plus 7.
Yeah, you're attacking. So you roll a d20 and you're adding 7.
Okay. 6 plus 7. So that's
13.
13.
Ooh, you missed. Maybe you're too tall. You just
Yeah, just
didn't lunge down,
Whiffed.
or are you just afraid of rats?
I am afraid of rats.
My wife is deathly afraid of rodents.
I grew up on the streets. They used to bite me as a kid.
Yeah,
Like,
Like if a rat
Like
or a
the
mouse
New
or
York
any
City
rodent was in this room,
rats?
Yeah.
my wife will be
God.
on the ceiling. You can still move. Now, if you move, obviously,
I'll
you
choose
can,
Yeah.
But there's a movement called shifting. You're allowed to shift 1 square, and that avoids 99% of the time opportunity attacks. Certain creatures do attack on shiftings.
Okay. And then there's squeeze. Okay. I'm just gonna, if I guess I'm just gonna kind of make it closer. But if I shift...
Also, if you move and it successfully hits you, you know you're just taking 3 damage.
Okay.
So
if I
that's
move and I could just keep going. Oh.
That's one way to kill a rat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Flip a table.
Yeah. Sorry, rats. Well, I'm sorry. There you go. Just moving you. So if I move, yeah, I kind of want to squeeze into like this area, like right there.
So you would
if
go
I do
diagonal and diagonal.
diagonal,
Yeah.
diagonal.
So he'll do an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
Once again, if he hits you,
Is it
which he's not,
Only 1 or 2?
that's only 1.
Oh, like,
Because I entered his space.
well, you went from here to here and then to here. You did,
Yeah.
you
So
moved
from
2.
here to here is the opportunity attack. You can only do an opportunity attack once.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, that would suck if it's just
Yeah.
multiple opportunity attacks. Okay.
And
And I think
if you have a minor.
no, I don't think so. None of these I really need it. So okay.
Autumn.
So I'm gonna need some help understanding how to use my mage hand.
Mm-hmm.
It says that I can conjure a floating hand in an occupied space square. Then I can pick up, move, or manipulate an adjacent object weighing 20 pounds or less and carrying it up to 5 squares. If you're holding the object when you use this power, very cool. You can move the object into a pack, pouch, cell, a sheath, or a similar container, and simultaneously move any one object carried or worn anywhere on your body into the hand. Is it possible to produce the hand, pick something up, move it somewhere, and drop it all
As
with,
long as it's under 25 pounds.
and that is just my minor action?
Yes. Now, if you move the hand, that's your movement.
Yes. So
So-
it's my minor and
So the
movement.
minor action to take out the hand.
Yeah.
I would still say it's a minor action to pick something up, like to actually grab something. It's
Okay.
an action to grab something. So now you would have done
Gotcha.
2 minors. Now you're left with just a movement or a standard.
Well, shoot, that's interesting because even if I wanted to take it out now as a minor, and then to do something with it, you're saying is an additional minor, but to sustain it is also a minor. So how do I use it?
You don't have to sustain it. I never make people sustain things like that. Don't worry about sustaining.
So I would use my minor now, or at the beginning of ever, to produce it, and then basically the next turn I would be able to use it.
Mhm.
Okay, I will produce the mage hand over here for now. And I will, I guess, just leave it there. I'm not sure what to do with it just yet. I am going to use my icy terrain, targeting this square here, right behind rat number 4.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be intelligence versus reflex.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, 19 plus 4.
Hit.
Oh, right, I have to roll 4 times.
Yeah.
For a second, I was like, oh, they're all dead. A 4 plus 4, so 8.
Nope.
Oh, I should tell you which one I'm targeting.
Take them off, because if you hit it, it's a kill. So you can just take it right off.
I was just gonna go clockwise, so we'll just go clockwise. 13 plus 4.
Hit.
18 plus 4.
Hit. That's why wizards are dangerous.
So let me get some squares out.
Put their minions.
Here.
What?
And you use an encounter power.
That's my encounter power. So until the end of my next turn, this whole area
It's icy.
is icy. So it's considered difficult terrain, which I think
That just means it's 2 movement.
Yeah. So
Do we have like an opportunity to slip or something? Or not? We're good.
No, you're alright.
We're solid.
I might roleplay a little stuff like that like later in the game, but I try not to get too crazy
In the beginning.
in the beginning for you guys.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do play this game like it's a video game.
I see.
Like I try to make it as
might be
easy as
extra.
possible.
Get an extra.
So you guys can just learn the basics.
And as we
and
go
have
up,
fun.
the difficulty goes up.
Yeah, because even though this is Forgotten Realms, I told you I'm playing Forgotten Realms, and you're in the Forgotten Realms world, I did choose an adventure that's slightly harder, only because it's something I haven't done yet, and I get to use some of the cooler monsters that you will see later on, instead of just... You're going to see the basics. You know you're going to see the goblins and the hobgoblins and all. You know you're going to see that no matter what you do.
Okay.
But...
There's gonna be some cooler.
Yeah, I'm running one adventure I have. I'm running it 3 times during the week. I have another one that's just strictly Forgotten Realms, and now it's this one. I just want to do something different, just so I have different storyline going on.
Do your thing.
Yeah. Where's the little guys? Which one'd you kill?
Oh yeah. What I was going to ask was some of the squares that are in
You got
my
3.
icy
Yeah.
terrain are also there's also a table there. Is that like an additional tier of difficult terrain where it would take yet another square of movement because it's both a table and now also icy? Like, would it take 3 squares of movement for that such a square?
If you wanted to go on it, I would
for
actually
example,
say
these
that the
6,
ground.
These 6 are both on a table and icy. So how does that?
I would say
change?
it's not icy on the table; it's underneath the table.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
Spread out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just get these guys off of here. If you have anything else to do, oh no, you already did everything.
Yeah, and I'll just stay there behind the. I'll move back one over here so that we'll do it.
My whole objective right now when it comes to this group is just learn the game.
Okay.
You know, I'm not gonna throw hard stuff out there unless the encounter calls for it or whatever. I just want you guys to learn, and you'll see transitions here and there.
Okay. Cool.
Also, I got to see how you play, where your mindset are in the game, in the world, how you are as a group. I play off of that. I'll make changes if I have to. If I see something going on, if I see that you're coming up with your own storylines in the game itself, I'll create a storyline to go with it.
That's cool.
And since this is going to be very homebrew, you know, things can change like that for me. Like, I'm going to do that now. Where's number 8? What are you doing way over there? I think you were like here.
Yeah. Moving back and knocked him over.
And now there's this huge amount of
Nice.
golly.
Wizard.
Now he would see that they're dumb. They don't care about the fire. They don't care about the ice. This one sees that you're surrounded. They're dumb. He's just gonna make his way towards the wizard. So by the time he gets to this square right here, you're gonna swing at him.
Okay.
And now this is also something I'm not gonna help you out with later on.
Yeah.
This would be an opportunity attack. Now I'll always go like this as long as you're
You
watching.
have to call it out.
So yeah, you'll be like, hey, you did it, and then you'll just roll.
So like in there.
Yeah, so you can just go ahead and roll right now, see if you can hit him. It looks like he's making his way towards the wizard. Oh god.
It's a 20.
Alright, so at this point, this is what's called a crit. You would have done max damage, which I think is like a 14 or something like that for you, or no, it's a D8, so it'll be 12 damage you would have done. So like, for some reason you did not like that rat. You didn't like that one rat. You were very mad at it.
This is what you're here for. Hey.
That's only 20 years old.
The first at last.
Round 2, rat number 6.
This one behind me.
Oh, it's this one.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is what's called combat advantage because they're flanking you.
Right.
It doesn't matter where they're facing or who they're engaging.
But yeah,
It's still flanking.
Okay.
Which means he gets a +2 to attack. Once again, they're rats. They're stupid, but I try to stay with the fact that if it's in combat,
Yeah.
it'll always stay there. 15 on armor class. That's with the plus.
Oh, well, I have 19. So.
Yeah, you're fine. These are very dumb rats.
My turn.
Your turn.
Question: how does my fire interact with the ice?
No difference. We can say, remember, it's 6 seconds around, so time's going really quick. It could be melting it, but because
That's
it's
enough.
yeah,
It has enough time.
yeah,
And this goes away at the end of my turn, next turn, so
Okay.
it will probably take like a minute, but once again, this whole battle at the very most is 30 seconds.
Okay.
So once the encounter's over, the ice would just disappear naturally anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, we can say it's slightly melting it, but it's not gonna make a difference.
Okay. All right. Then I'm gonna stay off of the ice. What is that? 5? One right next to it. Where's that sheet? What? See that sheet? I'm gonna do something else.
And once again, on your turn, please take your time for now. Learn what you have to do. I'm not gonna be like, come on, dude, what are you doing? Well, later on, level 3, level 4, whenever, I do have this.
Okay.
And I'll be like, alright, you got a minute.
Okay.
But right now, you don't know your character that well. You don't know the game that well. I don't care.
All right. For fun,
Uh-oh.
I'm going to grab
Okay?
rat 5
Okay.
while I'm on fire.
Alright. That's crazy. Grab is... Where is it? That's a standard action.
Yes.
Alright, yeah, so you'll be basically seizing holding that enemy.
All right. Do I have to roll for that?
I don't think...
It's just a rat. You can grab the rat.
Where's the first hand book?
This one?
Yeah. There's people, characters that have that in their powers where they can grab, and it's something they have to roll, but you're doing it outside of a power.
Yeah. Regular action.
It is a strength attack versus reflex. So this is not an attack, so what you're going to do is you're going to roll the d20 and add the second modifier number next to your strength ability number, which should be a 4. So go where your strength ability is, to the top left, and it should be, say, 18, right? And then
Yeah.
you move one over, it should say 4.
Yep.
The next number after that should also be a 4.
Oh.
Because that number is meant to be ability modifier plus half level. You're not at any half level yet, so it should be also 4. So you're gonna roll d20 at 4 against the rat's reflex.
A 20.
Jeez.
What's going on with you?
Yeah, you grab it easily. It's like swarming, and making all noises and stuff, and you just got it like holding a fish. It's trying to get away, but you got it.
Now, after I grab it, what can I do with it?
That was a standard action. I'm counting that as a hit.
Okay.
That was your standard. So on its turn, it's just gonna burn anyway.
Exactly.
So,
So you just got it.
because it's a minion, it's just gonna die. If it wasn't a minion, it would still take the damage, obviously.
But it'd still be.
But it can make an attempt to escape the grab. Being that it's a rat, it's gonna be very difficult. It lacks the type of limbs we have and the strength.
Yeah.
But there's still a possibility, but it'll be very difficult. But like at this point, like you said, you're just having fun right now. You're just literally having fun. You know what's gonna happen. All right. You can still move if you wanted to.
If I were to move in where Rat 5 was, would it be an opportunity attack for 10?
Where is number 5? This one.
Yes.
Is that all you want to go? Is that the only place you want to go?
I think so.
Because you can just shift.
Oh.
then nothing happens. Except you go there. Like, just call the shift and now you're there. And he would be considered in your square anyway.
Well, yeah. But he's also dead, so.
Well, he's gonna.
Soon to
Well, he's
come.
still a corpse.
Yeah.
He's still a corpse. He didn't just disappear like a video game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in this game also, when something dies, its body is not there. You know, so you don't say, "Oh, I can't go there because it's gone." But if you see me keeping it there, there's a reason for that.
Looting purposes?
Never thought of that, but okay.
Like necromancy or something.
It might come back alive or something. So sometimes I do take it off and bring it back later just to play my games.
Okay, is there a reason why you didn't take 5?
Well, it didn't die yet.
It didn't die yet. It's the start of its turn.
Stepping on yeah, I was gonna say. Someone's stepping on the rat.
Oh no, they're in the same square.
Oh.
He's in that rat square.
Oh, okay.
He grabbed it.
Oh.
He's just holding it. He's like in a chokehold. He's just holding it, so it's gonna die in his hands.
I don't think
My
they
next
have
turn.
big movements.
The rat swarm is coming.
Yeah. So that's it's one movement. It's 4 squares. Alrighty. Where are we going?
I know, she's falling.
So 1, 1, 2. Double movement. So you see a bunch of rats coming up to you.
PTSD. Kicking in.
Eating cheese.
Still eating cheese.
Still eating cheese.
Just minding his business.
Let's
Lily.
see how long that lasts.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Michael, yeah.
Until the end of your next turn. So it would have been gone already.
Oh, it's gone?
Yeah, the cheese would have been gone.
Oh, now he's sitting there crying because he has no cheese. Alright.
His brother's just dying.
He's not having
He was eating cheese and he looked back and it was like 6 rats died.
Yeah.
Just rat corpses everywhere.
You were the one who's adjusting the freaking leg.
He's gonna 1, 2, 3. So he can still make it there.
You did cat for me.
He's 17 on armor class, which is a miss to you.
Okay.
Alright, now Lily can go.
Okay. So I'm still hovering.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna hear that on repeat for the rest
Yeah.
She's gonna wake up in the middle of the night and say, I'm hovering!
Hovering.
Wake you up like, what? What? Who?
back to bed.
Rats! Rats! There's rats!
And I'm gonna use a vicious mockery on number 2. On number 2. As I have somebody whispering in my ear.
On the rat swarm.
On the rat swarm.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna say?
Well, let's see what happens to
What
them.
string of insults against the foe are you gonna use?
I hate you so much. That's exactly what I'm gonna say. I hate you guys so much.
Fair
Go
enough.
into the air and have your heads explode.
Okay.
8.
Plus. This is charisma, right? Right here?
Yeah.
Charisma? So it's this thing.
4.
So
Mhm.
12.
So yeah, I can't say you zap down psychic because it doesn't have any visual, but you just see a bunch of the rats just go like that. Roll damage.
Not that one.
Oh.
It's, so here it's if you hit, then you do 1d6 plus your charisma modifier. So if you have a 6-sided dice, so
I don't know. There we go. 5.
plus charisma modifier.
4.
9 damage. Alrighty. Movement.
That's
Why? This is 6.
Was that even do opportunity attack just in.
What?
How do you move rat one?
No. What? Rat.
That's it. You're done.
Yeah.
That's it. If you want to do a movement, or you can stay
It's
where you.
when
Yeah, you're
you-
fine. You don't.
Yeah, I'm good where I am.
Where's rat number 10?
Right there.
Right there.
Next to you?
On the icy terrain in the corner.
Is it next to his character?
Yeah. Oh.
Nice.
Yeah. I was like, what happened? You just torched it, I guess.
You still get the kill. Rat number 5.
Also,
Next.
starting its turn
Well,
next
that's the
time.
one he's holding.
Okay.
Someone he was.
well,
My rat!
Someone he was choking out,
Gone.
burned to embers in your arm.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double. Lados.
Alright, well, I'm gonna just try to.
Wait, is the 2 still there?
Yeah,
The rats?
yeah, you
Okay.
can kill it.
I'm gonna just try
Obviously,
to.
they're not minions.
Okay.
So you maybe saw about like 6, 7, 8 of those rats explode in that group.
Yeah, I'm gonna just try to green flame blade this one again. And that's just a regular at 20.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not that 20. 11. Is that plus anything? That's 11 plus 7, right?
Plus 4. The 7 is plus hit for
Oh.
for attacking.
Plus 4.
You have a plus 4. Yeah, you
It's 15.
cut right through that one. Green flame blade.
Now I can move, right?
You can move. Oh, which number was this? I didn't even see what number it was. Shoot.
That was 6. That was behind me. Alright. I'm gonna go. Oh, this is a wall here, right? This black.
Yeah, there's
This is a
all-
wall,
that's
so I
all
can't
wall.
really
No.
go through there. But that's fine. So I'm gonna just go. If I go diagonal, can I just go diagonal this way?
Yeah.
No opportunity attack for me. too.
No, because you went from here to there. You were never in a. Now you're in a
Well,
adjacent square.
Well, I probably should just go here. I'm gonna
Now
just-
you're next to 2.
Yeah, because I don't want to leave the wizard next to the the rat swarm. So
All right. Your turn, but you're gonna get a basic attack against you at the start of your turn.
What?
Yes.
How?
From the rat swarm.
Is that a special ability?
Yes, that you don't know about.
Ah,
14 on armor class.
I have 14 armor class.
And you're gonna get a bunch of them start biting at your ankles.
My armor class.
so if it meets the armor class, it hits.
Yeah,
Okay.
5 damage. And you're
That's-
gonna take ongoing 3 damage, which you have to save from.
It's like all my health.
Oh, yeah. Chewing on
So you can
rats.
definitely tell that the swarm is more powerful.
Oh boy. Alright.
I'm glad I went over there instead of the other place.
Alright, so I will, I can shift, right? 1 back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll shift 1 back. And I will use...
I would normally show you a picture of everything you're fighting, regardless of your knowledge of it, but there's no picture of just your generic giant rat. There is a picture of it right here, but you're not fighting it.
I mean,
That
we
one.
get the picture.
Yeah, they don't look that much different from that.
Actually,
It's just more of a cartoonish version of it.
I'll shift into the corner here.
Which would still be
blast.
adjacent, though.
Close
Oh, I know what you
blast
mean.
3. Wait, never mind. I'll still hit you. Oh, never
You're
mind.
gonna do Thunder Wave, huh?
I can do it. I can shift from here to here, diagonal and back, and then 1, 2, 3. I know it doesn't. It doesn't. I'm gonna hit that. I'll just move. I'll shift here. I'm gonna hit
Yeah,
no matter
take-
what.
No, if
Do
you
it to-
do it here, still do it in that direction, and it's 1, 2,
Close.
3. It's only hitting this.
It's not. It's not around, an AOE around me. How does
It's a
that
blast,
work?
not a burst. A blast
This
is
is
3,
nerd.
3,
This
3.
is Lupita stuff. I don't know. I don't know this stuff.
A blast is 3, 3, 3.
So how do I do this? I pick.
So
I
you
pick
would
a
pick
spot
this as the
again.
middle, right? And it'll be these 3 squares, but that one doesn't count because it's in the wall. So it's those two, those two, those two. She don't get affected because she's in
I'm
the air.
hovering.
So the only thing that's getting hit, your hand is fine,
Mhm.
is the rest one.
So,
It's the only thing that's getting touched.
so what if I shifted from here to here? Is there still? How would I position it now so that I can knock it diagonally into his, into that?
Well, if you
square?
do it there, he would take an attack.
So how do I?
Where you are,
I can't pick these three, and these three. I guess
No.
I'm not sure how it works.
no, you can't. Well, you could, but there's no way of doing it without him getting hit.
If you need to hit me,
Well, if
Hit
I
me.
start it here, then it would be 1, 2, 3, 3, and 3.
Yeah,
So that does work.
yeah, that will work, and it will be pushed that way. It's not going to get pushed that way because the wave is going this way.
So there's no way of pushing it diagonally.
You would have to corner it where it's here, and it'll be those 3 squares, those 3, and those 3. But the problem with doing that, you're hitting all 4, not her. But you don't have to push if you don't want to. So you can
Yeah.
say like you guys are not getting pushed, but so it's really hard.
It's okay. I'll shift back here and I'll just use magic missile until I learn how the hell to do that. Intel versus reflex. So okay, that's a 20. And yeah. So it's what do we got here? 2d4 plus intel.
12 damage.
Yeah, 4 plus 4 plus 4, so 12 damage.
Is that swarm 1 or 2?
That's swarm 2.
Oh, good. That's the one that got hit already. So the swarm 2 is bloody. Explain to them what's going on with that.
So you got these guys over here. I'll pulse them out. So there are some effects. Some enemies will have abilities. Some allies will have abilities. Some of your spells will have abilities. One example is an ability that she has that we haven't been using this whole freaking time. So let's explain the ability. So we explain how that works. So
Well, bloody first.
5 yards from her, if you bloody or bring an enemy to 0, which we all did already, so we all should have been utilizing it, but we didn't. We get 3 can you look at it? I think it's 3 temporary hit points based on the I think it's your Constitution modifier.
What am I looking? Which one?
that's a good one.
Strength of Valor, Virtue of Valor, and you get +2 damage on your next hit. Your next ability that hits next turn. So we should have been using it, we weren't.
Okay.
So that's an example
That's
of
just
an
a
ability.
constant thing.
It's like an aura she has.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So that's just an example of like where that bloodied effect would trigger.
Okay.
So it just means that it's at health. So I'm just gonna give him this little tile here, so you know he's at minimum half or lower.
Yeah, bloody stands for that exists in the game. It's either half health or lower. I like to think that it's something that's visual too. A little harder to see visually with rats, but like if it was a humanoid or any monster, you would visually see this thing is getting bloodied. You know, no different than any other fight. It's gonna have bruises or cuts or whatever.
Yeah. The swarm is just a bunch of live rats.
Yeah, so
and
now
there's
there's,
some
like-
dead rats just
Now there's
hanging
less
out
of
in
them.
the.
I created mortally wounded, which means it's at quarter health or less.
Okay.
Because once again, you would visually see that. Now, obviously, when you get further in the game, you're gonna have monsters that have a shit ton of health.
Yeah.
So when I say a monster's bloodied, that can almost be irrelevant
You're right.
because it's still gonna have more health than you probably.
Right.
But it's still something you would visually see. It can
So-
help you make decisions on what kind of attacks you want to use.
Interesting.
So because I'm 1, 2, 3 squares from her, I'm now writing down. You're gonna get like a slip of paper, but I'm writing down +3 temporary hit points because of her Virtue of Valor.
Okay.
And on my next turn, if I hit, that hit will deal 2 additional damage.
Okay.
Because I bloodied the rats. Is there anything on this table in front of my mage hand that I can grab? Is there like anything weighty?
What is visually on there right now?
Books, just books.
Okay, yeah.
Does the mage hand have to be in the square to pick it up, or can it be adjacent squares too?
Well, I'm gonna say because that table is like this high, it would have to be on it. Because the mage hand is only probably like this tall. It's not like it's a big tall thing. So I would say at this it has to at least be on the table.
Can the mage hand hover?
I think it can
I
just
think
move
it
around.
moves anywhere in space.
Yeah.
But I moved already, so I can't move it. But that's what I was asking. Can it pick something up adjacent? I'm not sure how this really works.
Yeah, I would
but
say-
I'm trying to think, like, if I picked something up that's 20 pounds and dropped it on a rat, can I get, like, a little extra attack in on my minor action by just dropping something on it? I don't know. I'm not really sure what to do with it, but it's minor, so I can. I'm just trying to explore what I can do with that.
Right.
That's why it's
Well,
called
that
role
ice is
playing.
done.
This is the imagination working. Right. I'm assuming your turn is done.
Yep.
Round 3.
Yep.
Your go.
Oh, we still got these other 2 rooms.
There.
Yeah, I forgot about that. We still have to figure out where that ooze was coming from. So.
Yeah, I don't want to move away from the big rats.
Did you deal damage because it started its turn next to you, or does that when it starts its turn?
It started
When it
turn.
started.
Me and during that last round, 2 of them died because of it.
Right.
Alright.
You will be seeing less minions higher level, but if you do see minions higher level, they're very strong minions. They might just have 1 health, but their armor classes are going to be very tough. They always have static damage, but it might be like 10 damage or something, not 3 or 4 or 5.
Right. But it's still 1 hit.
Yeah.
Got it.
And I think
Alright.
minions go always up to level 30 until they go old.
Oh, well.
What? You know.
Alright. I am going to use Tide of
Do you
Iron
need any
on Rat. Not Rat 1, but
Swarm number 1.
Swarm number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And says after each mighty swing, you bring your shield to bear and use it to push your enemy back. So, and let's see. Just a strength versus armor class.
Yes, it's just your plus 7
Okay.
when you're going against its armor class.
A roll.
Mm-hmm.
Was that 13?
So 20 total.
Yep.
Very simple for you.
So is that a hit in the push, or is it just a push?
It's still your weapon damage. So you still roll your 1d8 plus 4.
Wait, 1d8. Which die is that?
That's this diamond.
Diamond one.
Diamond.
This one?
Yep.
Yeah.
8.
It's almost like you crit. So 12 damage. And once again, this is one of those situations where you don't have to push, but if you choose to, you can push it. I don't know how many squares it is.
Would it say?
It should.
It says melee range, 1 weapon. One square.
Alright. You want to push?
Oh, is smaller than you or 1 size category larger. Oh. Strength modifier damage. And you push the target 1 square if it's your size, smaller than you, or the size category larger. Okay, so it's just 1 square.
Yes.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
Oh my god. Yes, I did.
Alright. Movement.
Not true.
Do you want to mark those rats?
Yes.
You mark them.
Oh, you can mark both.
The swarm. You mark them.
Oh, you pushed him
Swarm.
back.
Yeah.
Doesn't he take damage if it's adjacent to you when it starts to?
It does.
But it'll change your mind. Still your turn.
You could move up though, right?
Yeah, but they would be going next before obviously next time he goes, so they will not take that damage. So maybe you want to keep them next to you.
I think he meant he didn't take a movement at the end after he attacked. Could he move up?
Actually, yeah, you could still move. You could shift into that square if you want.
That's not bad.
I will shift to that square because now I'm next to both rats again.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
And when they go, they'll get damage.
Yep.
Yeah. Alright, where is swarm number 2? Right over there.
They're right next to me.
Next to you. Movement.
Well, that's an opportunity attack.
Good. I didn't want to say it. I want to see if you're paying attention.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So what do I do?
They would only do that because they're rats. They're stupid.
Right.
You're doing a basic attack. You're not.
Okay.
You're just rolling the d20 and using your weapon.
They're not that stupid. They're chasing me.
Yeah.
So that's 11 plus 7, so
Yes.
that's 18.
Roll 1d8 plus. Which weapon do you have again?
I have a longsword.
I think that's still 1d8, right? What does it say there?
1d8
Yeah.
plus 4?
Yep.
7 plus 4.
Wow. Not bad.
Yes,
For a
hit
free
hard.
attack, mortally wounded. There's like 5 rats left.
Okay.
And it's gonna bite at Autumn. Maybe not.
Well, maybe. Let's see. After all, I have
14.
so my other character has 21 for reference. So this is not. I'm not familiar with this feeling of getting hit.
It's also 1 level lower.
Yeah.
It's less health. You should have been taking that ongoing damage. Oh, you turned into something.
Yeah.
5 damage.
Alright,
And
so
you're
I-
already taking the ongoing, so it doesn't
I
matter.
had 3 temporary hit points, so I'm now at 17.
A bunch of burning rats in that area.
Nope.
It's just
Shit just died next to him.
it's cooked rats.
That's crazy.
Lily.
That's actually such an insane power. Oh my god.
It's an outside the box kind of power too.
Yeah,
because
that's crazy.
it's not in the traditional handbooks. It's something that's like
That
a
was
book that's outside. Like, you know, like, do I want to go crazy with the character? And you just went, I'll take that. So it's a fun little thing you have.
Is it a static 3 damage, or is it based on one of your modifiers or something?
I believe it's a static 3 damage.
Okay, so it doesn't like scale up, or maybe it scales at 11 and 21 or something.
It might. I gotta ask Rich about it again. Right now, I'm not worried about it because he's just doing it to minions and level 1 characters. I really, it's not getting my curiosity
If
yet.
it does, it's at 11. It's not gonna be.
I think it might escalate because
Yeah.
Rich is doing like 5 damage with it,
Okay, but I feel like Rich makes a lot.
but he's also at level 5 with his character. So, but he has powers from like 8 different books. He can't just sit there and play the game. He's got to be the most powerful character in the world. That's how he admits it. He says, I can't just play the game simple. I gotta have everything.
Right.
I gotta do everything. He's like, okay. Yes, Lily.
So, if I'm hovering, I can move, right? Because I'm flying.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm
You
gonna
don't
hover.
move. You're not obstructed by things like the table.
Yeah, well, I wanted to move in
Yeah, so it
On the
doesn't
table.
qualify as difficult terrain for you.
Yes, that's gonna
as
happen
I
with that.
fall.
That was a good opportunity to teach you about falling damage.
1d10, and you're prone.
Your wings snapped. Ankle broke.
Yeah, there's no way you can find a doctor to fix that. Too small.
You need Harry Potter for
I
that.
grew up playing Operation at the Tweezers.
Oh my god! Every time I hit the side, I would get scared.
We just put you in our pocket and walk you to the doctor.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
played that with my son when he was 2, and I think I terrified the shit out of him.
I still get terrified.
I'm gonna use the Vicious Mockery on the Swarm 1 who's in range. And I'm going to tell them for their heads to explode. I like when their heads explode.
Oh my god.
Am I rolling a d20? 17.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, what are these?
Yeah.
I rolled 2 20s already. I rolled this like 4 times.
Damage.
Why now?
Where am I seeing?
It would be on your ability in the book. Right. So it's 1d6 plus your charisma. So roll the 1d6 and then add the modifier. And add the modifier.
Plus 4.
Yeah.
10.
This is range, right? Okay.
Yeah.
This is not a closer area attack.
So it's
Bloody. What part of Patterson? You from?
19,000.
For 20 years, I worked on E6 between the two railroad tracks. It's a nail polish
Well, I
line.
can always move
Okay.
back. Yeah.
It's a small
Yeah.
world.
I can
Yeah.
Can move back next turn.
Yeah.
It's also the same block where that loud music has been coming from for like 3 years. I never seen it, but from what I hear, it's a bunch of people that with like big car stereos and they're just parking in just blasting the music.
Yes.
Now, I live in this town, but I live up on the hill,
Right.
like about a mile from
You're
here.
gonna be like in the back with me.
When they do it, I can still hear it from where I live.
Oh, wow.
And it's not like it's loud, keeping us awake,
No.
but if we're quiet in the house, no TV's on, we hear it. Yep, there it is. My block is partying.
You'll make the judgment call.
But yeah, I don't work there anymore. But 20 years. Since I was 21 years old, I was working there. You're done?
Yeah.
Alright, swarm number 1. Where's swarm number 1?
Right there.
Taking the damage. This is aura damage, right? This would be considered
Yes.
aura damage. Aura is still a burst. I'm gonna do this only because it's your first game. We like to have fun. Having fun is what we do in this room. So you don't know why this happened because you don't really know that much lore on swarms. But as this thing starts its turn, a huge blaze erupts from these rats. Way more than you think you should be doing. And all the rats burn and die.
Ooh, what? Yeah. That we don't know why it did that.
No.
But we just know that's not normal.
Yes.
I'll call it
This
chain damage.
this is number 1 right here. So that is gone. You can take that off the board.
Chain damage.
I mean, imagine the swarm, while it's one thing on the board, it's really 20 rats, and if
They're just
deals
all on
dead,
top of
I would say that
Inflicting
there was about 14 of them.
3 damage
All
to
just
each
went.
of them. It's like he did, what, 32 damage in one turn, kind of?
Alright, so there's these attacks in the game called burst and blast. That's what we're talking about with his. There was a blast, but there's a burst, which is a burst that goes in one square, all adjacent. There's burst 1, 2, 3, goes always up to end game. It can go up to like 10 or something like that.
Yeah.
Crazy. So you have an aura. Aura is kind of its own thing, but it works in a burst. It goes in one square around. So that's kind of what you did. So when you see this thing started its turn, once again, it's all everything's all happening within 6 seconds. It's just there's got to be a rotation of things, how it works. You think that your aura did way more damage than it should, and that there must have been some sort of vulnerability to like an aura or a burst or something effect, which you just did. And you just took them out. Wherever its health was just enough to take it out.
Okay.
Cool.
So you're within
Lados.
5 squares of her,
My turn.
Yep.
so you get
And green
3
is just
temporary
at
hit
will.
points.
Okay.
So you can
I-
you can add that to your sheet.
Did
Or-
you didn't do your encounter power yet. There's
No,
one
yeah,
guy
but I know
left.
we got more rooms.
Alright, well, yeah, the way it
Will
works
this
is
count?
this is the encounter. Once this thing
next,
dies, the encounter's
if
over.
It's on your next
You take a 5-minute break,
because of her.
and you get all your encounter powers back.
Her.
Her
The first thing you
Because
do
you're
in an
within 5
encounter is
squares.
always to say, someone in the group just says 5-minute rest. So there's no reason not to use your encounter power now, regardless of how much health it has. Just go ahead and use it. So you said you use it and you can learn what it does.
Okay. Well, yeah. This is this is just like I'm chasing him down, so I don't really need that. It's right here. But I want to use lightning lure.
Is that your daily?
This is my at-will power.
Oh, okay, at willpower. Okay.
Can you do me a favor? Look at your encounter power and see how it deals damage. Where it says hit, what are the numbers after?
1 W.
One weapon.
Okay.
1 weapon plus intelligence modifier, fire damage.
Okay. The only reason I asked was even though you're saying it has a utility that you're not making use of,
it still hits.
sometimes it might have said 2W, which would be double what probably your.
So basically, the way it works with encounter powers, if your encounter power is just a 1 damage encounter power, probably has something big as an effect or something on the hit that's pretty big or pretty cool. If it has 2 weapon or more, probably doesn't have one or doesn't have something that does that's good. So you pick something that doesn't do a lot of damage, but does something afterwards.
Yeah.
If you hit.
If a target is within 5 squares of me at the end of its next turn, as a free action, you can teleport to a space that must be adjacent to the target.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But I want to use lightning lure and try to. It says. Well, I'll have to roll to see if I hit right.
Yeah. Yeah. If it says effect, if the word effect generally is more for dailies, the effect happens no matter what, whether you hit or miss. A roll a 1 or roll a 20 doesn't matter. But if
I don't
it
see
doesn't,
an effect.
yeah, that one doesn't have it. So that means it's under hit. So you have to hit
Yeah.
for
Okay.
that to happen.
So I just roll. And this is my regular.
Yeah. +7.
Oh no. 4 plus 7.
Move.
It's rough.
Yeah, that's a miss. You can still move if you want.
Yeah, I was trying to pull him away from you.
Yeah. It's a good strategy.
And I can still have a move. Yeah, I'm just gonna try. Well, and if I just move over here, it's
Shift.
gonna get a shift.
Yeah, if it's one movement, just say the word shift.
Shift. Okay.
Now, once again, 99% of the time, there will not be an opportunity attack, but there is monsters that can still attack on opportunity attacks, but they're generally further down the road.
Well, that's why I have Dance of the Sword to stop the opportunity
But
attacks.
that was really smart because now I get combat
Well,
advantage.
Yeah, I was trying to pull him away from you.
You would have only combat advantage if it's melee or blast, not for range.
It was still good thinking though.
No, you still did right.
Yeah.
You still did right.
I mean, technically, you gave yourself combat advantage too.
Yeah.
If I stay there.
Well, I was surrounded, so I figured if I surround them,
Yeah.
it would be similar. Thing.
You would have visually saw what he did with the aura, so now it's in your thinking.
Yeah.
That burst blast might be a little bit more useful.
Right.
If you were to go with that, there's an opportunity for you to get attacked with what he's about to do. And if you did it from where you were, you would have opportunity attack. Combat advantage. So you would have that +2.
I thought you said it was only melee.
Melee
Or burst.
or burst or blast if you're in the right position.
Okay. Okay.
And if you need to hit.
There's a chance that you think you can kill it if you hit it. So even if you took the
What's
damage,
your,
which is not going to kill you,
fortitude?
you just heal.
Fortitude is 14.
Oh, that's pretty low. Okay.
But once again, there's a chance you're going to kill it.
Yeah, I'm not sweating it. I
So-
was just like,
Yeah.
sometimes that's what I tell my teammates because I have, like 16, 16, 16, and she has a lot of those types of abilities, and we've done that before. I'm like, just let it ride, But
It's for the good of the team. Take one.
Yeah.
Take one for the team.
I'll take one. That's fine. I have
Yeah, you'll
20
be
I have
attacking the rats
28.
first.
I have
Oh, he's, yeah.
I have 28.
He'll be healing himself as soon as you kill it, if you hit it.
is it my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I can use my Thunder Wave, and well, first let's. Is it two? If I said I want to have the Mage Hand come over to the table, pick something up, and come over here, is that qualify? Is that 2 movements?
That's two movements.
Whatever we need use this thing. Okay, we're trying.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
First encounter.
Okay, so Thunderwave, can you maybe draw for me how the close blast works one time, and that way I'll kind of maybe better understand it. But in the meantime, I'll just roll because I think no matter what I choose, it hits him. So actually, that's not entirely. Yes, it is. I think no matter what I
3 by 3 by
hit
3, right?
Yeah.
Can you use your mage hand to like hold an enemy? Is that possible?
I
Or
don't
is
know.
this
That's
not
That's what
brown.
it's doing.
So I pick the square.
No, that all those squares are taking it from where you are right now.
Well, yes, but I'm saying, like, close. It's not a close. Oh, the blast is if 3 squares around me, or is it?
It's 3 by 3 by 3 in one direction. It's not burst.
So I am
burst
picking-
is will be around.
Oh, burst.
This is a
around me.
blast. So it's doing
So I
those
am.
3.
So this is like I'm picking an enemy, or I'm picking a square.
It's you. Everything in this.
Yeah.
Everything in that.
No, I.
Yeah. Every enemy that's in there is getting it. 'Cause
Right. So am I targeting a square, and then this center, or am I? How?
You're the center.
No,
You're
you're
not
not.
the center.
You're not targeting it. All those 9 squares are targeting.
So it's any.
Anything that's in those 9 squares are getting hit.
I know, but I'm saying like
From where you're at.
if I pick this square.
Would it go out from there?
Yeah, I'm saying like
If
how
you-
do I
then if you
decide
did
where this
that-
goes?
It'll be this, because it's not. It's never the square you're in.
It's
So it'll be like this.
so I have to pick a square I'm adjacent to, and then it'll be three
by three.
from that square.
Yep.
So if I could pick this one, and it would be like that, And
Yeah, you could do this.
I think I understand now. Okay.
Or it could be like that.
If
Yeah,
you
but-
wanted to, you could shift back and then do from.
Well, you can shift here, shift in that square, or where you are right now.
And then can I put it like?
But you wouldn't
like
have that combat advantage anymore.
That's I'm okay with that. Let's try that. Okay, so I get it. It's one square adjacent to you, and then you pick a 3 by 3 within from that focal point. Okay, so we'll do it like that then. So we'll try not to hit you. Intelligence versus fortitude is a 1. So
That means you ended your turn.
yeah.
Oh.
So don't worry about that.
So the combat advantage would not have mattered. That's it. Yeah, you're done. Your turn.
Alright.
Nat 20s
you know what?
You ran
I'm
out.
glad you didn't say I exploded myself backwards. You know?
It's called the Wheel of Misfortune or something like that. Some DMs have it, so you roll a 1, and there's this big wheel of like 100 different things that happen,
That sounds fun. Though.
and none of them are good.
That sounds fun. I like
Like
that.
some of them result in like you breaking your weapon or implement and stuff like that.
I don't want to do that. I'd rather break my arm. You can heal my arm. Actually, you make whole. Just make my weapon whole again. See how useful that is? Some of them are
Yeah.
so worthless, and this is like.
You still have your encounter power if you wanted to
Oh yeah.
go there.
Well, there's once per every encounter, right?
Yep.
Oh, but this is for like humanoids.
No,
It says you stab viciously at your foe's knees or foot.
that don't matter.
They got. They have
It's
tiny
a big
feet.
pile of
Yeah.
rats. That's not stabbing at it.
There's plenty of knees in there. Pick any knee you want. You have a lot of
Yeah.
choices.
You might hit more than one knee.
Oh, okay. Well,
You got
then
4 knees.
Still Serpent Strike. Let's see. What do I need to roll?
Yeah, it's still
D8,
D20 plus 7
Oh, D20 plus 7? Okay,
against its armor class.
13.
20.
What's going on with you?
You rolled a 13, right?
Yes.
So it's a 20, yeah, that's nice hit. Roll damage. So what does it say for damage on that power?
Hit 2 weapon,
Yeah.
strength modifier damage, and the target is slowed and cannot shift until end of next turn.
So you're doing 2d8 plus 4.
So roll twice. Oh, you want? Oh, you could take my. You could take my D8s if you want.
Yeah, so big damage coming.
Eight, 9.
That's a 1.
Yeah, so that's 8.
Oh, I thought you said.
13 damage. So yeah, you sliced every knee you could find in all those rats. There was about 5 rats. And you took them all out.
So it's
Encounter
dead.
over.
It's dead. Okay. Good job, guys. Thanks for carrying me today. I appreciate it.
So we'll take a short rest.
Yep. Now you would have your. If anyone lost health, this is where you use your healing surges.
I'm
Alright,
full
so you lost like what, 3 health?
I thought I got health back.
Well, you got
Is it
temp health.
You got temporary health. It's like
Okay, yeah.
a
Teach them how
shield.
that.
Yeah.
It's if you take damage again, you take it from the temporary hit points first. That's all it is. You lose it when you take a short rest.
But he uses encounter power.
So encounter power is like once per encounter. But if you don't short rest, you don't get the encounter power back. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you can only use it once per turn, and in theory, you try to use it once per turn. But if you don't short rest, you don't get it back. But you also don't lose your temporary hit if you have some.
Yeah, he has a max of 33 health. Yes. At this point, yeah, I told you to use the encounter power just so you can learn how to use it. It's really not that big of a deal. So basically, you would use one of your healing surges. Here's your. Alright, so this is 10 times a day. You can heal yourself 8. So you would have 9 of those now, and you get back 8. Obviously, you can't go over 33. So you would be at 33 again, and you would have 9 left.
When she uses her Song
of Rest.
Does that mean that she is ineligible from consuming healing surges during? Is it like kind of like an action during our short rest?
No.
So she can consume them too. So what is this?
Alright.
So here where I have the 10, I erase it and put 9.
Yeah. No. But I say no to that only so you don't forget how many you have. So once again, you could do that like as a note somewhere that you have 9 left.
So she has an ability that when we take a short rest, you for every healing surge you consume, you get a bonus. You get an amount of hit points bonus to her charisma modifier, which is 4. So just consider so my surge value is 6, and I'm actually missing like what? Much more than 6, but I'm with her it's 10, which brings me to full. So just remember that it's your surge value plus 4 because of her.
Okay, my surge value is 7. So it's 7.
This is actually 11.
Okay.
Okay. Makes sense?
And mine would be 12.
Yeah. Assuming that she tells us that she's singing us a ditty on her flute.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Can you show me what that's like?
No.
Can you show me what it looks like?
No.
I'm gonna have to practice role playing at home. That's what I'm saying.
100
I'm just trying to
experience
see my
points.
cheeks turn red. That's all. Just I'm trying to embarrass you.
Alright, on the top
I
right
know,
of the
I got
paper,
it.
you go, it says where the little box that says experience. You can write 100 there.
I know.
you like to like pull and see if like I can get any more introverted.
And we're not done with the encounter.
Well, yeah, the battle
encounter is done.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
done.
This encounter
Well,
is
we
done.
still got more
still got
rooms.
2 more rooms.
Yes.
We're not done with this.
Yeah, I only do 1 encounter a night, obviously. But I like to end off knowing what you're gonna do for the next time you play, so I can be prepared. So,
What room do you guys want to go into?
Well,
Well-
first of all, where is this? Are these?
those are
These
doors.
are the doors.
Those are the doors to other rooms. You do see some slime in this area right
Oh, that's okay.
I say we
So
leave slime
we do
for
the
the.
slime first.
You want to do slime first
You
or
want to do
slime
slime
last?
first?
I say first. I
You
say
do
let's
slime
get it
first.
over with.
Yeah.
What would my character do? My character would also say slime first. I think he wants to do the hardest thing, thing that may yield the most power right away. He will also say first.
What would my character say? I'm just trying to get this money as fast as possible.
Yeah, dude. It's just another payday.
But our
for us.
job is the rats. I don't care about the slime. To
Well,
be
was
fair.
the job to kill the rats or to clear the basement?
there. She did say an infestation problem,
Okay.
and also she did say there was a rat problem too.
Hey,
Okay.
I think if we leave
I'm down
something
for
that can kill somebody in this basement, we're probably not getting paid.
Yeah, right. Well, they don't have to pay us for it. I'm sure that happens. Yeah, we can do slime first. So can we set up for the net? You said set up for
Well,
the
no,
next
it's
encounter.
like what I would normally do is be like, all right, then that's that. You guys are ready. You go to the door. You're ready to open it. We're done. You'll find it. You know, it's just like the old school cartoons. Next week.
And next week we'll position ourselves.
Yep, I'll have it all ready.
Okay. Cool.
And
Do you want to
camera off.
loot the room?